back, everybody. It's TIMBP Live. And this is another episode of I decided to look nice for this week's live stream. So here I am. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead, hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you've not yet done so already. And if you're new in general, just welcome. Happy to have you here. Aloha Dawn, all the way in Hawaii. Great to see you. Swan, hello Swan. What's up, my buddy? I am super happy to see everybody in tonight. Yes, I did actually decide to dress up a little bit for tonight's stream because I haven't done that in a long time. Video's choppy. Good to see you too, Donnie. Let's well, let's see what we can do to fix that. If anything. It is choppy. What's up with that? Alright, well, maybe we'll just have to figure something else out. How about this? How about this? Does that help? Can't tell if it's helping or not. No. In fact, it's just as bad. Well, isn't that something special? Choppy and blurry. Fabulous. Why is it doing this? Why? Ugh. I am aware. Thank you, YouTube. Having a great time. It's kind of working. It looks like it's working better than it did before. At least there's no echo. Thanks, John White. Appreciate you. Hey, Don Nishida with the first super chat, snuffy chat of the evening. Snuffy chat for better internet. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. Getting a little better? That's good. Well, we'll just kind of keep plugging along because we got stuff to do tonight, and I don't want to have to deal with too much of this crap. So, I'm sorry that the video is a little bit choppy. Hopefully, you can still hear me. Okay. You think the stop motion is a brave artistic choice? That's fair. It's fair. I am trying to be unique, if nothing else, in my own whiskey tuber. So, with that in mind, thank you all so much for being here. Brian Brennicky, Donnie the Linux Cat, Andrew Norris. Hello, Andrew Norris. Sugar Kitty, meow. What up? Nothing's working right tonight. I'm super happy about that. You say it's getting a little better, Don, and then it just doesn't really seem to be. Oh well. I'm just going to ignore it because I want to get to this stuff because there's a lot of stuff to get to. So hopefully it's not too bad. Um, Hopefully it gets a little better. Hopefully the cat doesn't claw up my leg too much either. That would be fun to avoid that. So tonight we're going to be looking at and reviewing the newest Evan Williams 1783, which at least the audio is good. That's the, hey, you know what? Podcast is my main goal, my thing. I do a podcast, is what I'm trying to say. And so at least it sounds like I do a podcast. So you guys can hear me at the very least. I will continue to look into the camera, though, because that's just that's the awkward feeling that I have at the moment. Looking into the camera is probably my best mode of operation here. But, oh well. We'll move right the heck along. So, by the way, I'm starting out with some Black Ridge Port Barrel Finish Special Reserve. There it is. It's a good bottle. Nice and affordable. Only a total wine. You know what I look like? The video looks like a... It looks like the Take On Me video with that real choppy audio or video animation. But this is going great. I love how many people are here. I love how nobody wants to watch a choppy video, and I understand. But I'm having a good time so far. I hope everybody else is having a good time. So let's talk about Evan Williams 1783. So I got this notification on my email the other day that I was going to be receiving a package from Heaven Hill. And it had the new Evan Williams 1783 in it, which is now up to 90 proof. We will talk about that here in just a bit. But I was excited because I always love getting packages from Heaven Hill, of course. Well, really from any bourbon distillery. But Heaven Hill is always really, really solid with the products that they send, as well as with the packaging and the presentation. And this one was no exception. And I hope that this comes through okay on the video. But this was the box that got sent to me. This big, crazy box. So for scale, this is how big it is compared to an average man's head. It's big. It's big. It's what, like 14 by 14? Maybe 12 by 12? Can't remember. I mean, not that I did the measuring, but it is what it is. So, in addition to the bottle, there were quite a few little goodies that came in the box as well. And I'm realizing I don't have the space to open it and display it the way that I had wanted to. So we are just going to show it off as is. As always, they send just this nice little letter. Sorry, I got my fan on tonight because it's hot as balls in here. And it's getting blown away. So, professionalism at its finest. They sent along a little cocktail card for a Boulevardier and a sour. Look at that camera auto-focusing. Oh, if only the video quality were better. It would have made for a really good episode that probably would have gotten people excited and wanting to subscribe to the channel. How great would that have been if everything had worked out all the way that it was supposed to? And I could have shown it to people and said, hey, this is the quality of my YouTube channel. And I'm really excited about it. But instead, big YouTube and big media has put the face mask on the small creator content. So I can't do it. Anyway, they sent a 1783 face mask, which I'm assuming was conceived of a few months ago. I also realized I just had it on upside down, which is spectacular. There it is. See? Ooh, it's actually a really comfortable mask. It's a shame that I'm vaccinated. Actually, it's not. I'm really happy to be vaccinated. I can go to the freaking gym without a mask on. They sent this little stencil for cocktails, is what they said. I don't fully understand what that means. It is a conspiracy, Brian Bernicke. They sent some hand sanitizer that is a whopping... Let's see if it'll focus. Come on. This is a good reveal. 80% alcohol by volume. 80% alcohol by volume. That's 160 proof. Can't be bourbon. And they also sent a couple of really nice Evan Williams rocks glasses along as well. But the main event, of course, is the brand new 90 proof Evan Williams 1783. We'll get to here in just a second. So I put that box down. John White, I am sorry that it looks like claymation, my friend. That's the kind of evening that we're having. Hey. So let's get some things poured up. Oh, man. It's a really good port finished bourbon. So, Tony Bag of Donuts. Hi, Perry. I see that Benchmark behind you, and then since I don't have a 1783, doing Evan Bottled and Bond versus Benchmark Bonded. That is a great comparison, Tony. Good to see you in here, buddy. Good to see you in here, indeed. Alrighty, so we're going to start out with the original, well, not original, the old 1783. And we're going to be doing some side-by-sides as well, because I think that's the best way to kind of approach this. So the old version is 86 proof. Comparing it with the new version, we'll talk about the new bottle design as well as we kind of get into it. But I love this bottle. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think that Heaven Hill did a great job redesigning this product, and they really just knocked it out of the park. What's the MSRP, John White? It is $20 a bottle. In some places as well, and we will discuss this a little bit more at length here in a bit, but it is something that I want to address and something that I feel like is going to become the norm with this product. But in some places it is listed as being anywhere between 6 and 8 years old, which is crazy. So, hello, Joseph Brazo. Good to see you. Again, sorry for the choppy video, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging with me. I appreciate it. And then last but not least, I'm going to have a little bit of dusty Evan Williams 1783. This is, I believe, from... Let's see if I can remember... 87? Yeah, I think it's 87. So also, bit of history. Evan Williams 1783 is named after the year that Evan Williams started distilling his whiskey in Louisville, Kentucky. So, let's talk about these two products. Why don't we? So glass A, the first glass, I guess, is going to be the 86 proof Evan Williams 1783. Oh, Joe, it's been quiet in here all night. There's not many people in here. Nobody wanted to watch a very choppy video. So, and also, I don't know where everybody is. I don't know where everybody is. This is a lot fewer people than what we normally have. It might be the beginning of the summer slump. So, we'll see. But it's not you. It's not your fault. It's just anywhere between my choppy video and nobody's here. So, I mean, y'all are here. I'm happy you guys are here. Brian's packing for the weekend. We are about to have a meetup for the podcast this coming weekend here in Lexington, Kentucky, which I'm very, very excited about. Dev Patel. Hello, Devin. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you in here. Pre-holiday weekend, and a lot of people take tomorrow off to prolong the weekend. I wish I had taken tomorrow off. Maybe I'll call in sick. So a bit quiet, but maybe it really is because of Joseph. That's fair. Trying to listen while you put the kids to bed. Andrew, it is all good, my friend. No worries at all. People got stuff to do. That's the beauty of having a podcast. Burnt like a tri-tip. That's the beauty of a podcast live stream. Everybody's pretty accustomed to just listening to my voice. So they don't necessarily need the video aspect of it, but I like including the video aspect of it. Even when it looks like I'm being animated by a first-year film student who's working on their first project. So, with clay as well. So, oh well, stuff happens. So the original 1783, 86 proof, little light, but still enjoyable. Did I get my hair cut recently? No, I haven't had a haircut since March. I am due for one though. It's just a little different, I guess, tonight. It's still curly though. Longtime viewers of the show or watchers of my YouTube content will know that I have not always had curly hair. It's just been within the past year that my hair started getting curly, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just been cut the wrong way the entire time or what, but it just all of a sudden has volume to it and curls, and I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm happy about it. I like having curly hair. So maybe, I mean, it probably means my daughter's going to also have curly hair since my wife also has curly hair. So it's because I play with it all the time. I do play with my hair a lot, but I'm trying to stop doing that though. Sincerely, like it used to be that, you know, we had that game where everybody had to drink whenever I touched my hair, and that's fine. That's fun. Have a kid, get curly hair. I've gotten a lot of white hair and gray hair recently, Brian, but we'll talk about that over the weekend. But so, what were we talking about? Oh, my hair gets so greasy so quickly that I wanted to. Hi, Scott Pigsley. That I'm trying to actively not touch or play with my hair as much. So, cuts down on the amount of times I need to wash my hair as well, which is really nice. So, is what it is. So the first 1783. Truth be told, there's nothing wrong with it. I like it. If I had that head of hair, I'd play with it all the time too. Fair enough, Joseph. Brian can tell me all about getting white hair. It's just been popping up more and more recently. Um, it started in my beard, and then it moved to my temples, and now I've got some around my hairline too. It's just a very strange uh, state of affairs, I guess. But you know, Dev Patel, I think I'm the only one who doesn't like 1920. You know what, man? I don't love 1920. I think it's really good, but I don't know if I buy into the hype that a lot of people do. I think what has kind of become the norm for people who are not big fans of Old Forester in general is that we kind of point to it as, well, this is about the best that Old Forester has to offer from their bourbon line. And I get it, but I don't have as much. Your grandfather had silver hair, full head of silver hair. That's really cool, actually. I mean, if I go gray, I'm down for it. If I go gray, if I go white, it's fine, man. Oh, my neck stiff. Sorry. Anyway, but I lost my train of thought. Old Forester. It's just tell me about your gray hair, kids. Sorry, John. um, I'm almost 28, so it is what it is. But I'm still a kid, practically. But I think that I still think that 1920 is great. I just have other products I would rather buy over it. Again, one of them is Rare Breed. So I don't know what else to say. Like, if Rare Breed's hard to beat, if somebody's offering an Elijah Craig barrel proof at as I got older, every time one of my hairs went gray, I plucked it. Now I'm bald. Let that be a lesson, kids. Don't be like old Joe Bro. A 50-50 blend of 1910 and 20 is better than both. Nice. Happens when you're close enough to start seeing ghosts. That's funny. Hey, I forgot to mention up top. Up here in the top right corner of your screen. Top left corner. Excuse me. I'm backwards. I'm using my right hand to point to my left. You can see tips, which is a great way to support the show. And you can find all of the links for tipping in the description of the video down below. Donnie usually throws the link up in the chat. I'm not sure if he is still with us at the moment. If not, that's okay. But it is a really good way to support the show. It helps me with all sorts of expenses that go towards the podcast, as well as the live show itself, the stream. And, of course, my daughter's going to one day have to go to college. So please help me, God. Please, God. Help me. Jesus, God. Please. Please. So let's side by side these. The 90 proof has a smoky quality to it that the 86 proof doesn't. But the 86 proof is buttery. It seems to be a little bit more full than the 90 proof does, which is not what I was anticipating, to be honest. And it's not to say that the 90 proof smells bad, but it certainly smells different enough to where I can tell. Never too early to fund that 529. Amen to that. Amen to that. But it's got a good nose on it. I don't dislike it. From the first time that I cracked it, I thought that it was really good. This is my third time having it since I opened it in traditional Fred Minnick style, of course. So I guess I'm doubling down on the Fred Minnick look in some way. But trying to see if there's anything that could double as an ascot. I don't think there is. It's creamy. It's rich. It's got a little bit of a bite towards the end. Kind of a rolling heat. There's a green apple note. I just sounded like Stephen King in Creepshow's The Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill. I can't say I know what he sounds like. What did I say? Maybe I can try to replicate it. That's funny though. I'm in the mood for some horror movies with Quiet Place Part 2 coming out. I've been in the mood for them. So I'm probably going to watch a bunch this coming week. Not this weekend though. I'm a little busy this weekend with some people coming into town. So is Brian the only one in the chat who's going to be here this weekend? That's crazy. That's wild to me. Oh, when I was doing the please, dear God. Please. Jesus, please, God. I've got a broad range. I can go. Is my mic a lot quieter tonight? I can turn it up. I just got a fan blowing on me. So I didn't want to get too much of the background noise on it. I apologize for that, but let me just cranking it up a little bit. Oh, Tammy. Yeah, well, of course. Of course Tammy's going to be here as well. But I didn't know my computer could do that. That's new. Huh, what do you know? Yes, please do hit the like button. And thank you, Emily, so much for dropping in, despite having a family thing. It's much appreciated anytime anybody just stops in. Yeah. Hey, 13 viewers. That's good for choppy video. That's not bad for some choppy video, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. Dev liked it so much he hit it twice. New York, New York. Let me go back to the original 1783. The 86 proof. I need to stop saying the original because it wasn't the original. I do still think that the 86 proof has a lot of value to it. I didn't mean to finish my glass, but here I am. It's good, man. It's good. It's you know, I was pumped, of course, when I saw that they were rebranding and they were reproofing, I guess, to 90 from 86. But I don't know. The 86 is so comfortable. Your back and the resolution has improved. I'm not seeing it. I'm glad, but it still looks like a Lynchian nightmare to me. Really enjoying these classic bourbon flavors lately. Dev, I gotta tell you, man, I feel that on a very deep emotional level. So let's talk about something real quick. Um, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm still seeing choppy video. Sorry, guys. But I just kind of I was starting to get a little feeling like I was in a rut. And just kind of feeling not depressed necessarily, but just feeling down. And I had to take a step back. This sounds corny, but I had to listen to some old episodes of the podcast. I had to reflect. I had to think about what my relationship with bourbon is. And I had to reassess and reevaluate some things. And realized that I needed to get back to the heart of what I loved about doing the podcast in the first place. And part of it was a really crappy year that we had last year. Not with the podcast necessarily, but just in general. Part of it was the fact that I've been doing this for 3.5 years. And part of it was just I getting frustrated with circumstances that were beyond my control. And so I had to realize that patience is a virtue, and I had to realize that I'm on a great track and things are always looking up and they will continue to do so. And I can't wait for the next chapter in the podcast, which the next big thing is happening later this year, of course, with the network. But I'm kind of taking a step back and trying to remind myself what it is that I love so much about this product and the notes that I enjoy so much with it as well. And so I'm feeling a little reinvigorated. I think I've been getting a little too caught up in the weeds of everything. And so I've been able to, and it happened very quickly, to be quite honest. But I just kind of took a step back, went, there we go. And now I'm back on board. So here we are. And I'm happy to be here. So I'll say cheers to feeling good. What's that quote from Seinfeld? Here's to feeling good all the time. It's a great quote. It's one of my favorite lines from that show. It's Kramer. He's smoking a cigarette and he's drinking a beer at the same time. At least we're not drinking trash can bourbon. Blue skies ahead. Amen to that, Brian Bernicki. I'll say a big old cheers to that as well. Did I renew my vows with bourbon? Kind of. It felt that way. It did kind of feel like I was like, hey, I need to talk. I need to think about this a little bit. I need to have a good long think. Really step back and say, hey, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? Why are you this way? And then I did it, and here I am. We're on the beach, and it's with our family, all our little bourbon family around, and we're good. We're good to go. John White says it's all good. Thank you, John White. Bourbon Noob, Pat. What up, Pat? It's good to see you, buddy. Getting to meet Pat in person for the first time this weekend. Tomorrow, actually. One more sleep till this is my bourbon weekend. How about that? That's crazy. Crazy stuff. So this was a meetup that kind of came about very last minute, but we will be having more of them in the future, of course. But if you feel like you missed out, it's okay. It was very kind of low key. I advertised it on Patreon. I talked about it on the podcast a little bit, but for the most part, it it was kind of it's going to be kind of a, I would say, like practice for the big dance, I guess. But at the same time, we're gonna have a great time this weekend. I can't freaking wait, dude. I can't wait. So. You know, I think I feel more strongly about the 86 proof. I think I like the 86 proof a little bit better. But the 90 proof is still... It still has a lot of value and a lot of merit behind it. And I don't want to devalue what it is that Heaven Hill is doing with this new iteration of the product. But I'm just... I'm You're the guinea pigs a little bit, but to be fair, I'm not going to read that out loud, Joseph. But that's really funny. That is really, really funny. You guys may be the guinea pigs, but at least we got plenty of bourbon for it. Dev Patel, does anybody have Alberta Dark, Buffalo Trace, not KC Batch 2? What is KC Batch 2? And Wyoming Whiskey Rye. If so, try a 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 if you like cherry. Nice. The white stuff gives it some kick. Oh, trash can bourbon. We have a history. We have fun together. Spawn's back. Oh, Knob Creek Batch 2 Rye. So you're doing a little... What, kind of a little Forgiven style thing, maybe? What up, Papa Ritter? Dad's in the house. Hi, Dad. It's good to see you. By the way, Clifton is not going live tonight. So for anybody who's interested, I figured we would do a little hangout or something in its stead. If you guys have any interest. She's Louise. Cheesy Louises. So, we'll see. Joseph. Killing me, Smalls. Yeah, Dad and I had a good little chat today. We had a good little chat. All right, back on track. So now, never had Forgiven. It's supposed to be like a Dad's down for the hangout. All right, cool. Forgiven is like a rye whiskey accidentally matched up with Turkey's bourbon, but yeah, Papa Ritter's going to be around for the weekend as well, you guys, as is Swan. Drew P is, well, I guess he's at 9 o'clock our time. But Clifton, usually John goes live at 10 o'clock Eastern. So it would be more around then. But thank you, buddy. I wouldn't interfere with Drew's live stream. Dad's a little pumped for the meetup weekend. Dusty Heaven Hill, man. Dusty Heaven Hill is my jam. Oh, I love it so much. I love it. 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 And I love Dusty Turkey. I love Dusty Beam. I love Dusty Old Forester. But in all honesty, I think And it could be just because it's the one that I have had the most. You guys miss my weird little my weird little expressions there. Swan's sober as a bird. For now. For now. Oh, sorry, I missed Swan's comment earlier. I see now, Dev. I see now. Love Dusty Rhodes, The American Dream. Sorry, I said that wrong. Dusty Rhodes, The American Dream, which is a lot more accurate. I saw a guy. There's a guy who lives down the street from us. I saw him out the other day. He was out in his garage. He's an older guy. I mean, he's probably in his mid-60s, but he was walking around without a shirt on, which he did not need to be doing. And he's built just like the wrestlers from the 70s, like the bigger wrestlers from the 70s. And I was so I was just totally anticipating Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes to pop out of nowhere and just take him down. And I laughed really hard when I saw that guy in our neighborhood. Tony Bag of Donuts, and what might be considered an upset, the Benchmark Bonded one also somehow never realized Evan Bottled and Bond is charcoal filtered. Yeah, all of the Evan Williams products are indeed charcoal filtered. So, to be fair, most bourbons are. Most have some kind of filtering process. Brian says the Benchmark lineup is Benchmark Bonded. Let's just start over. Brian says the Benchmark Bonded is his favorite of the lineup. See? Usually it takes a couple takes. Second take on that one, I guess. But what is this? Why is that one? How have I never noticed how blank that spot is on my beard? I have never noticed how just totally devoid of hair that spot on my face is. John drinks all his before they get dusty. Hey, man. It's fair. Not the Lincoln County process. I think filtering and mellowing are two different things. Technically. But I could be wrong. I could be talking out of my butt and thinking about something else. But Scott Pigsley, the only Dusty I've ever had was a Dusty Turkey, and I wish I could get some more. I don't have a lot of Dusty Turkey left. I've got a little teeny tiny, like half an ounce left of one that is from Chad of It's Bourbon Night's birth year. I gave him the majority of what I had left for his birthday this year, which was supposed to be for his birthday last year, technically. But I think I doubled up on some samples of that for him. How many years after bottling can a bourbon be considered dusty? I think that we're at the point where it feels like people are starting to consider 90s and early 2000s bottles as being dusty. But how many years after? I don't know if we have a scale. The mellowing is prior to aging. There we go. Thank you, Brian. So the Lincoln County process is mellowing prior to aging. But there it is. There it is. Joseph clarified for us as well. Filtered before barrel entry. Can't vouch for the rest. But Evan Williams is filtered afterwards. So, Scott, I'm with you. I think 20 years is... I think that's a good benchmark for when a dusty can be considered, or when a bottle can be considered dusty. So, I mean, if you got turkey from 2001, man, it's dusty now. And I mean, that's just kind of postulating, but I think that's I think that's a good rule of thumb. I think 20 years is a really good rule of thumb. So, Derek Julin, what's up, Derek? I've got a 96 Knob Creek, which I consider dusty. It's the first year they made it right. It's either 96 or 93. I think 93 is actually the first year that they made it. Yes, it is 93 because I had an airplane bottle of Knob Creek from 93, which is my birth year, and I saved it for I think my birthday last year. And yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, that was the first year that Knob Creek was bottled. Correct, somebody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 98% certain that 93 is the first year that Knob Creek was made. Bottled, I guess. Looks like the video got a little bit better over time. We still got a little bit before we're going to get out of here. But well, never mind. I was going to say there were 17 people in here, but as soon as I was about to say it, it dropped down to 16. Brian, I used to be an anti-Jack snob. I have seen the light that Tennessee can produce some dang good stuff with Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof and their Barrel Proof Rye. I am 100% on board with you. Gotcha, it has a tax strip too, which is crazy. Must have been sold overseas. Must have indeed. Joseph said 92. There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for fact-checking me. I knew that I was going to potentially be off. So maybe what it was is that I just had a 93 Knob Creek. I think that's what it was. So second year that it was produced, but at the same time. It's weird the things that get lodged in your brain that you kind of remember for the most part. But yeah, anyway. Scotto's Joe a Coke. That's funny. Derek, shoot me a at my Bourbon Pod on Instagram if you have it. If not, Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Shoot me a picture of that Knob Creek. I want to see what it looks like. I've not seen a Knob Creek with a tack strip on it before. Have you opened it yet? I'd be curious what it tastes like. Because the 93 was fantastic. It was so dang good. Dev's been craving a Jack and Coke. Anybody else? I can't say that I've been craving a Jack and Coke. I have been craving a Bourbon and Coke for some reason, though. And I think that's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I've been feeling like getting back to my roots with bourbon, and even wanting to get back to like Ale 8 and Coke. Oh, you haven't opened it yet. Dang, dude. I mean, that's fair. Save a piece of that corn for me. Dad. What were we talking about? Yeah. It is part of that, like, getting back to what made you love bourbon in the first place. And, yeah, stuff like Bourbon and Coke, Ale 8 and Coke, I'm a fan of. Just because it was first bottled in 92 doesn't mean it was readily available in 92. Huh. That's a good point, Scott. Derek, even if you don't open it, I'd still like to see a picture of it. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to come off as I was asking for a sample. I just wanted to see a picture of it. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I was fishing for a sample or anything. But yeah, I guess I should probably finish up the thoughts on tonight's pours before we get out of here, and we'll hang out for a few minutes before Drew P. Whiskey's stream at 9, and we'll probably thank you, Derek. I appreciate that, man. We'll do some kind of hangout a little bit later on as well, so be on the lookout for that. If and Ewan's down. And if you need a link or anything, please send me a message on Instagram or Facebook or whatever the heck. I don't know if people know this, but you can actually send and receive messages on Instagram from your desktop. So you can just go right onto Instagram.com and log in, and you can access all of your messages. So pretty cool. You can't post videos, or excuse me, you can't even post photos, but it's on, yeah, but otherwise. So final thoughts about 86 proof versus 90 proof Evan Williams 1783. Drew P. Golfing. Did he officially change his name? So I don't know. Papa Ritter's headed out, said, see you all this weekend. Cheers and love y'all. Cheers to you too, Daddy-O. I gotta see this Knob Creek bottle. I'm so curious. Oh, I don't want just. This internet is amazing here. So. In his dreams. He's trying, man. He's doing his best. Derek, thank you so much for sending that over. That is the craziest look. With a with a tax strip, it looks so bizarre. I love that old classic Knob Creek style bottle. Let's see if we can see if you guys can see it on video here too, on screen. Come on. There it is. It's a little blown out, but look at that. Look at that tax strip. It's crazy. I've never, like, I don't know. It looks strange with it on. It makes me a little uncomfortable. But anyway. I think that they did a great job with the new 1783 at Evan Williams at Heaven Hill. But the old product, I think, still has a lot of quality to it. Good enough picks to make your mouth water. There you go. Liberty Not License. Thank you for being here, by the way. Appreciate you stopping in for a little bit before Drew's stream. I think if you like a low proof hitter, the 86 proof is really more of your taste. But the 90 proof, and this is the thing that I've been saying over the past week, the more I've thought about it. And as I realized too, thanks to Adam Terry, who's a listener of the show, friend of the show, every now and then he's a co-host of the show as well. But he brought up that somewhere online it was listed as being a blend of 6 to 8 year old bourbons. And I think what Heaven Hill is doing with this product is they are trying to make it a more accessible version of the Heaven Hill 6-year green label, which is 90 proof. Makes no sense at all, Derek. No sense at all. Tony thinks that the bonded is the sweet spot as opposed to the foolproof. That's fair. I do love me some of that benchmark foolproof, though. Yeah, I think that this was more of a marketing move than it was just a revamping of a product, uh, honestly. But we'll see. I know that Heaven Hill 6-year green label is Kentucky only, but I think this is their move to make it a national brand, and to take it to more people, much in the way that they did with Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. Um, so we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. I'm sure. But it's still good stuff, man. $20 a bottle. You do indeed, Brian. You do indeed know that Benchmark Full Proof is a great value pour, and gets you where you wanna go. Gets you right where you wanna go, eh? I thought for a second it'd be really funny to finish it out with a Canadian accent, but then I realized everybody would hate that. Look, at $20 a bottle, this is still a buy for me. I need a little bit more time with it, I think. I don't think that I have fully developed my overall opinions and thoughts. I think I need a little bit more insight as to what's going to happen with this product before I make a full assessment, but I do still think that it is worth the purchase. So it's a recommend for me. I'm going to give it a yay. So yeah. Scott Pigsley, off topic, but thoughts on Russell's 13. Overhyped or worth the search? Well, according to Dave Jennings, it's a little overhyped because he would rather try the toasted barrel. But I don't think that it's overhyped. I think that it's going to be worth the search. I think it's going to be one of the best turkey products we've ever had. I can't wait. Honestly, I need a bottle of it so badly. I need it. I feel like a little baby complaining. But I can't freaking wait, dude. It's going to be such a great product. It's going to be so good. Anyway. Alrighty, I'm going to get ahead and sign off for tonight so we can get you folks ready for Drew's stream here in just a few minutes. But we appreciate everybody, as always, for hanging out with this episode of TIMBP Live. If you have not yet, of course, please subscribe, hit the like button, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your enemies, share it with your cohorts, share it with the enemy of your enemy, who would actually be your friend as well. How about that? Pretty crazy. Find our podcast every Wednesday on all of the all the podcatcher apps. We're on like everything, man. So go find it. Go find it. It's out there. And then patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show for as little as $5 a month. You get some bonus content. And we're going to be trying to rework some of the tiers as well so that we have some new rewards for being a patron. Patron, apparently, is how I'm saying that word tonight. But otherwise, thank you all so much. I'm done for this week. And I'll see you next week. But until then, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.